Hello everyone, welcome to another video of class 9 general science, and today we are going to continue with chapter 3, that is atoms and molecules, and we are going to start with what are atoms and what are the symbols of atoms, what is atomic mass and how do atoms exist. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So in my previous video, as I have mentioned, atoms are the building blocks of matter. Whatever forms any matter is the atom. The smallest possible unit is the atom. Atoms cannot be broken according to Dalton's atomic theory. We cannot break atom. Atoms are the fundamental units of matter. So if you take the example of a room, the walls of a room, the walls are made up of bricks. So you can take each brick as an atom. Atoms combine to form molecules or any other compound. So atoms are the building blocks, the smallest possible particle in a matter. Suppose me, this whole organism standing in front of you, I am made up of matter, and this matter is made up of atoms. So the smallest particles in my body are the atoms. Like this board. This board is made of, here we have plastic, this is wood, and this wood and plastic are made up of atoms of certain elements. Elements means in the periodic table you see many elements like carbon, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, potassium. There are many things, many 108 elements that we know. So these things, any matter that we can see, even the mobile phone from which I am trying to record the video, it is also made up of matter, and these matters are made up of atoms. So atoms are the smallest particles. Now what is the size of an atom? Generally we measure the size of atom in nanometers since they are so small. Nanometers means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So in this unit we measure atoms. So suppose something is 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. That means we will say it is 2 nanometer, nm. Nm means nanometer. So atoms are measured as nanometers. They are very, very small. So you know what is a meter. So now you can understand what is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Through our general compound microscopes, we cannot see atoms. So they are so small. So special techniques are there through which we can try to understand the structure of atoms. And obviously there are microscopes through which you can see the atoms, and these microscopes cost lakhs and crores. So they are very, very expensive machines. So that is the size of an atom, very small in nanometer scale. We can calculate them. Now the thing is, as Dalton said, atom must have some mass, and there is a mass of atom. So what is the mass of atom? How do we define a mass of atom? So mass of atom, we will give the unit as atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit, which is short form is AMU, or we only use U. Suppose if you write 12U, means 12 atomic mass unit. Now what does this atomic mass unit mean? Atomic mass unit, you must remember, is a relative atomic mass. Okay, first of all, atomic mass means the mass of an atom. Now in order to acknowledge, or in order to give any value to any element, suppose hydrogen or carbon or oxygen or nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, there are so many. So in order to give mass to each and every one of those, we need some sort of measurement, and we do this in relative to a standard value. So there is one standard value that we have considered, and in relation to that standard value we give mass to everything else. So what is the standard value? If you want to know this, make sure you watch this video till the end, because before we go into that, I am going to tell you some of the symbols. Now every atom has a certain symbol. Like hydrogen, we give it as, hydrogen is given by H, carbon is given by C, oxygen is given by O, sodium is given by Na, potassium is given by K, zinc is given by Zn, copper is given by Cu. So like this, there are symbols for every atom. So where does this symbol come from? So the first thing is, there are three different ways in which we give the naming. One is using the English first alphabet. First alphabet means, suppose hydrogen. Hydrogens, if you write the name hydrogen, what is the first alphabet here? H. So the symbol is H. Simple. Like carbon, oxygen, these all come under this. Second, we use English first and last alphabet. First and last alphabet means, first not last, first and other, any other alphabet. Like zinc, Z-I-N-C. So we use Z and N. Now while naming this in two letters, the first letter will always be capital, the second will always be small. Don't try to put any of your own style into this. Never write ZN or ZN. No, these are wrong symbols. The symbol must be, first letter will be capital, second letter will be small, always. Like this, copper. Copper is CU. Okay, first letter capital, second letter small. Now copper does not fall under this. I am going to come to this. So you take the first letter capital, and from here any one letter we will take. So it is taken as N. So we write zinc as ZN. Okay. The third way is from the Latin or Greek language. So from where it was first taken, the element was discovered from somewhere. So we use the Latin or the Greek language. So Latin or Greek. So what are they? Suppose potassium. Name is potassium. No K involved. But it's, I think Greek or Latin name is kalium. So as it is kalium, we use the symbol K. Similarly, sodium, it is natrium, so it is Na, natrium, Na. Similarly, copper comes from Cyprus. So Cyprus means Cyprus. We use C and any other alphabet U. Okay, like copper, sometimes we use copper. Copper is COPPER. It is like this one, the second version. You take C and any other alphabet with the second one, that is CO, copper. So I mean, this is not copper, cobalt. I am sorry. This is not copper, this is cobalt. This is copper. Cyprus, copper. So these are the three ways by which you can name any the symbol of any atom. Earlier you can see it is given in the book, there are many other symbols that were given, something like this. This was a symbol, one dot in the middle, one circle, one shaded circle. So there are many other symbols. These are very complex symbols. So IUPAC, according to IUPAC, it is an organization which gives the naming of compounds. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So IUPAC gives us how to name different elements in the periodic table. Now we will move back to atomic mass. So as I said, there must be a standard value in relation to which we give the mass to all the others. Earlier that standard value was taken as the mass of oxygen because of many factors, but later oxygen was not considered. What we use now as the standard value of atomic mass is the mass of C12 isotope, means carbon's mass. C12 isotope. Isotope is a type of carbon. There are different types of carbon. We'll talk about isotopes, isobars later on. So now don't worry about isotope, just worry about carbon. Okay, so carbon has an atomic mass of 12U, which we have given. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. Now what we take as the standard atomic mass unit, AMU, which I have said, AMU, atomic mass unit, is 1/12 of the mass of a carbon atom. This is 1 AMU. Means if you study about Newton, so you are asked what do you mean by 1 Newton? So you always define that in some way. What do you mean by 1 meter? What means every unit measurement which we do. Here 1 atomic mass unit means what? If I say atomic mass unit, what do you mean by 1 atomic mass unit? 1 atomic mass unit means the mass of 1/12 of a carbon atom. If you take a carbon atom, calculate its mass, 1/12 of that, whatever is the mass of a carbon atom, you take 1/12 of that mass and give it to the particular element. So that is how we define atomic mass unit. Each 1/12 of the mass of a carbon atom. So carbon means carbon 12, C12 isotope. What is C12 isotope? We will talk about this. Don't worry now. We will learn this. Each 1/12 of the part. Remember this 1/12. Don't write 1 or 12th part. 1/12 fraction. It is a part of the carbon atom. You divide carbon into 12 equal parts. One part is given as 1 atomic mass unit. Like this, we will give the mass to different atoms. Like hydrogen. Hydrogen has an atomic mass of 1U. Sodium has a mass of 23U. Oxygen has a mass of 16U. Similarly, there are others, like for example chlorine has a mass of 35.5U. So like this you will get the atomic mass. There is a table given in your book, so go and look at the table. It might be useful in some cases. There are some problems which we will do and it will use these atomic mass units. Okay, so every atom has a mass. So if you want to understand basically what it means by atomic mass, means the mass of an atom. And how do we define it? We define it in comparison to carbon. Carbon is our standard value. You relate everything to carbon and give them their mass. That is the basic thing. And that is the mathematical part which I showed you. So basically, just to understand what atomic mass is, you take one carbon atom, you break it down in 12 equal parts. Each part of that carbon is the one atomic mass unit. That is considered as one atomic mass unit. Okay, let me give you one analogy to this. Suppose you want to understand what is 1 kg. What is 1 kg? What is 1 kg? We have those bricks for measuring 1 kilogram, but what is 1 kilogram? From where did this concept come? So at some point of time, someone took one weight, suppose one metal, whose weight was considered as this weight we will consider as 1 kilogram. According to this, we will give something as 2 kilogram, 3 kilogram, 4 kilogram, 5 kilogram. So one metal ball was considered as 1 kilogram. You can see this video on YouTube, that where did the concept of 1 kg come from. You will see there is a, I forgot, there is some institution where they have this original measurement of 1 kg. What 1 kg actually means. They have that metal structure which measures exactly 1 kg, from where 1 kg was actually originated. So similarly, we have this carbon which we take as standard, just like this 1 kg. Okay, so that is atomic mass. Now how do atoms exist? Do the atoms exist as a single atom? Generally no. Atoms generally can't exist as single atoms because of they are very unstable. They need to be stable. Stability, instability, how they occur, we are going to study this in class 10. So for now, remember that atoms need to be stable. Now when atoms are present in as a single atomic form, single atom, they are very unstable. So either they form ions or they form molecules. Just for example, hydrogen cannot stay as H. There are always two hydrogens combined together to form H2 gas. So hydrogen is always present as H2 gas. You will never find single hydrogen in the atmosphere. Always H2 gas. So similarly, oxygen cannot stay as O, it stays as O2 gas. Okay, so like this you will have either elements, or these are molecules, or you can form ions. Like sodium can stay as Na plus, positive charge. Ions means elements having a charge, positive or negative. Chlorine can stay as Cl, negative charge. So these are ions. So either elements will form ions or they will form molecules, in which form they will stay. So that is all about atoms, means what are atoms, what are the chemical symbols, what is atomic mass, and how do they exist in nature. So I hope you understood this. Atomic mass is really important. If you have not got it, go back and check what I have said. You will easily understand. Go through the book. This will also give you a good idea. Read through the lines and you will understand properly. If you have any confusion, then make sure you ask me in the comment section, or you can call me, you can WhatsApp me, whatever you want to do. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and until next time, cheers.